A good Wednesday to everyone. Roger Hill, Wuthering Heights, in the forecast locally for Vermont. We're looking at the snowfall from last year. This is last year's season-to-date snowfall. And so you can see the upper reaches in some of the areas that received the most snowfall, the Sierra and up in the Cascades and Northern Rockies and whatnot, Colorado Rockies and so on and so forth, received some pretty healthy, plentiful snowfall. Last year for us, now the thing to consider here is that this is not snow depth, so if temperatures were well below freezing, this would all accumulate to these levels. And you can see Vermont, the Adirondack Mountains, parts of Maine, interior parts of the Northeast, northern New England, they did also very, very well. Not as good as out west, but not bad either. This is going to be a different year ahead, unfortunately, but we will pick up snow more backloaded. But just kind of looking at that to see what's fallen so far, this again is ending on the 30th of September of 2024. So now we're in a new season. This is our current season, and this is the snowfall that has taken place so far through the month of October. You can see a little bit here, a little bit in the Rockies and whatnot, but all I have data through is the 21st of October, and you can see along the spine of the northern greens, a little bit more into the whites and the backbone of Maine, Mount Katahdin, and the Adirondack Mountains. And then back to the west, a little better, healthier snowfall here with that upper level low system that was kind of spinning around and pulling in some moisture there. Cold enough for snow in the upper Rocky areas. And of course, even places like Flagstaff, Arizona. Also the Cascades, not a whole lot in the Sierra except right around Tahoe and some of the interior sections around Montana as that cutoff low took place and moved in from the north and west. It looks like snow lovers will just have to be patient. We're starting to see stick season emerge now, even in the Champlain Valley region. This is currently situated looking in the areas around the Champlain Valley. The last areas to see the changeover from a little bit of fall color to stick season. On the weather map, we see a trough of lower pressure and a frontal boundary just out ahead of it. That's going to introduce cloud cover later today, and also bring us a little shot of some scattered rain shower activity. We're not looking very much, probably under 1/10 of an inch in a lot of places. Maybe some areas get a little healthier shot of it, but we're not looking at a lot of wetting here. So that's going to go on by, dry out, basically as we get into the morning hours tomorrow. Looking at the longer range, we have some mighty warm temperatures, of course, basically mid to upper 70s for daytime highs forecast. And then we see that cold front come in, and that's going to drop that temperature and give us a few days of fairly cold temperatures. But we have another shot of temperatures that could hit 70 degrees as we head a few days along. And then this is the longer range. This is kind of the averages here, but you can see generally a little bit of that dip, a little bit of a temperature oscillation now and then, a little bit colder in the longer range. And of course, this goes well back into December 7th, Pearl Harbor Day, as a matter of fact. Looking at the European extended, this is the forecast precipitation. Note that we're showing precipitation forecast below normal, and this is the average for this time of year. And of course, you have below normal temperatures, precipitation, and then leading to snowfall with temperatures warmer than normal. And overall, just that little bit of a bump here as we get into it. And then once we get into around Thanksgiving, the holiday, somewhere around that time, we might see a couple of inches of snow. But you can see that generally we're going to start the winter season here a little bit more snowless than what we've been used to, even for La Niñas. And here's my forecast. Our winter season is going to be kind of a little bit slow to start. Eventually, we will see a backloaded winter, and we will have some decent amounts of snow on the ground at some point. But with La Niña, that is a high variability and nothing that's going to be very consistent. I do see a little bit better chances of snow once we get toward, say, right about the Christmas holiday or a little bit beyond that. Most likely probably into January and February and March. And that may linger, of course, into April, with the season a little bit more backloaded. That's been something that we've been seeing due to climate change also. Thanks for watching. Roger Hill, Wuthering Heights.